Herb was the guy that was always ready to go. I mean, he had a gift of gab, which made him great because he could talk to anybody, no matter who they were, and he always wanted to get the job done.
He was a good partner, a good friend, and a good cop. He enjoyed the undercover status. We did a lot of undercover work as far as prostitution, decoys, and things like this.
You know, I can't say enough about Herb. He was a brother, a very close friend, and, you know, loved him a lot, and we'll always miss him. We had a confidential informant that introduced myself and Herb to William Haake, who lived over in St. Pete Beach, and at the time he was running a moped shop.
They, bought small amounts of coke and quaaludes from this guy many times, and it just progressed to the big deal. The arrangement was for 1,000 quaaludes and a kilo of coke for $65,000.
We were going to do the deal in St. Pete Beach at Hague's business, and at the last minute it got dropped.
They met with Mr. Bill out at the old Plaza Theater up at 1st Avenue South and 31st Street. And at that point, he said that the drugs were in a motel out on 54th Avenue and the interstate. And they took a real roundabout route following Haake.
You're going to have to keep me advised where you're at. For 1st Avenue South, 28th Street, still eastbound.
They arrived out there, and they were joined by another party. Turned out to be Sammie Mathis.
One bad guy's white, one is black. It was directly in front next to the road.
The truck was parked facing east in the parking lot on the east side of the hotel. I was south and east. Due to the location, nobody had the actual eyeball.
We had no indication that this was going to be a rip-off.
Haake stayed in his car but told Harry that the drugs were in a room. Harry went in to check the drugs. Herb's in the truck with the money.
I went over to the elevator. I pressed the button to go up to the 3rd floor.
At this point is when Mathis came up to the passenger side of the truck and shot Herb twice, took the money and ran.
I heard what sounded like gunshots. I ran up to the vehicle. I got around to the driver's side, and Herb was hanging halfway out the door. Of course, there was blood all on the parking lot there, and he said, "Help me get down." So I grabbed him. I pulled him out of the truck, and of course, by that time, our covered units moved in. Extra units were called, ambulance, and they rushed Herb to the hospital, and shortly after, they told me the bad news.
Haake fled, and ultimately he was caught years later in Spain. Sammie Mathis was caught, I believe, that night or the next night. It was a long day.
And of course, after Mathis was arrested and under interrogation, he admitted that the plan was to kill both of us. You know, you just have to be extra careful. And I thought I was. Herb thought we were. And unfortunately, it was just a situation that probably should have never happened, but it did.
Even to this day, it's still a learning point of what can go wrong at any given time, especially during an undercover narcotics deal.
My advice to the new guys coming in, don't take those shortcuts. Evaluate everything that you're going to get yourself into. Know the location. Don't let them dictate to you what they want to do with the deal.
To use my old line, expect the unexpected, because it can happen.
The Herb Sullivan Award is about dedication to doing your job. Not just they use outstanding or distinguished police work, but it's more than that. The dedication that Herb gave, and I mean the ultimate dedication, he gave his life. So there's a lot of meaning to that award. When I look at the detectives that were recipients before me and the detectives that were recipients after me, these were some great police officers. So to be included in that group and just have my name on a plaque under Herb's means a lot.
It's just one of those traumatic life experiences that, just don't want to ever go through. And unfortunately, I went through it. It's something I'm going to have to live with until the day I die, and it'll never be forgotten. It's just a very, very unfortunate tragedy.